For all your real estate, financing, and investing questions, call the show's off-air number and speak with Mike Gray directly. 530-431-8586. That's 530-431-8586. Now, the Golden State Report with Mike, Amy, and Dave.
Welcome back, everybody. You are listening to the Golden State Report, heard every weekend on AM 1380. I'm Mike Gray with Morris Williams Realty, along with David Stone from the Sierra Consulting Group.
That's the man.
Oh, I got it
Ooh, that was good, Mike.
Oh, that's
Just
smooth.
rolled right off your tongue there, man. You got it down.
We should probably just have that one repeat every single time, all right?
Maybe we can record that.
Yeah,
That's right.
And Amy DeVos from some mortgage company. that I forget.
American Pacific Mortgage.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got that one down. That name change happened, 2 years ago?
Yep, 2 years ago.
Yeah, so hey, we're just trying to keep you on your toes, Mike.
I know. That's good. That's good to do.
Oh my gosh, do you remember when I changed my last name when I got married?
Oh, yes.
You guys teased me so much over that.
Yeah, then we had to use your maiden name and your married name, so it was
It
Robards
was a
DeBusk.
transition.
Yeah, so now she's DeBusk.
You know, I still haven't changed it in my phone.
Oh my gosh. I have
okay.
people that have my name in their phone as my maiden name, which
Yeah.
is a long time ago.
A long
anyway,
time ago, yeah. There you go.
anyway, let's talk about, so can I just start?
Just jump right
start
in,
the
Amy.
segment and
Just go.
Yes, I want to go.
What do you want to talk about today?
So I have had several conversations with clients in the last few weeks that's led me to this. I feel like it's a public service announcement.
Okay.
So, I've had about 4 people in the last week call me and ask if I could do a refinance for them, a cash out refinance, do debt consolidation, pay off their debt, pull the equity out of their house, redo everything.
Yep.
And unfortunately, all 4 people had either filed for a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. One of them filed for a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and the attorney told them that they could call me afterwards and get a cash out refinance. Well,
Wrong.
That was very bad
Bad advice.
Very bad advice. You cannot do a mortgage after you file bankruptcy for a minimum of 1 year.
And if you were a bank, would you want to loan
Nope.
people money after they filed BK?
Nope.
I mean, you gotta take some time. Gotta get
So
the time.
I couldn't help him, so I have to wait at least 1 year for him to be in his Chapter 13 bankruptcy for a solid year. The second person, we pulled her credit. We were really hoping that we could help her, but unfortunately, she had gone late on her mortgage 8 times in the last. She had rolling 60-day lates. So she had 8 lates on her mortgage, and she had just come current on her mortgage. And again, nobody will touch you after you've gone late on your mortgage.
So when should they be talking to you? I mean, right now, let's say people have a 3% loan and they're just thrilled with it, but they know that they're going to lose their job, or they have a severance package and it's going to run out and they don't have a new job. And when do they reach out to you? Because it's kind of, you got to have a plan, right? You got to go forward with that. When is the timing? What's the best timing?
Well, I would say this, yes, most everybody that owns a home has a low interest rate on their mortgage. But however, if you're holding, $50,000 to $100,000 in credit card debt, whether it be personal loans, student loans, whatever it is, and you have a mortgage that's at 3%, I promise you, I can show you when we do the math with your, when we consolidate all your loans into one, I can show you that you'd be paying a lot less money on a monthly basis than if you continue doing what you're doing. But the answer to your question, Dave, when is the right time to call me? The second you think that your financial situation is going to be changing and shifting, and the second you feel it in your bones that you cannot handle your debt load anymore, please pick up the phone and call me. It's just a phone call. It's a free conversation. I don't charge any money to do a consultation. And even when we pull your credit, it's a soft pull on your credit. So you don't even get a hard inquiry. It doesn't even affect your credit score. And none of that costs any money.
And I want to kind of just jump in here too. If you have substantial credit card debt, this is something that you should maybe give Amy a call to, because and Dave, you can chime in here too. I believe that a lot of consumers out there have no idea what the interest rate is on their credit card.
think
I
you're
believe
right.
that too. They just know that the payment keeps going up and they keep paying the minimum payment and they're not even touching the balance.
And they may be still spending on that credit card and the balance is going up. And so in their head, they're like, well, I did buy that refrigerator or I did buy this or that.
Or they got the credit card on a promo and they said, you know what, whatever you buy for the first year, there's
0%.
0%,
Yeah.
1.2,
Yes.
2.99 just for
Right.
a while. But, I saw one of my credit cards come through the other day, and one I don't use very often. We don't, to be honest, I don't carry credit card debt.
Right.
You've taught me well, David. All right.
We try.
But when I read through they give you all this stuff whenever they raise the rates.
Right.
And the new rate was going to be 34.99%, 35%.
If you carry a
interest rate.
balance,
If you
that's what
carry
it
a
is.
balance. And it used to always be that if you paid it off at the end of the month,
Yeah.
you could do that. But some of the credit cards are charging interest almost immediately. So the rules are changing out there for credit card debt.
And a couple of months ago, I ran these numbers, so they may have increased by now, and they probably have. But right now in America, there's $1.2 trillion of credit card debt being held, and the average credit card interest rate, this was probably 4 months ago, was 24%. So I promise you that if you have credit card debt and you have a low interest rate on your mortgage and you have $300,000 in equity, I can show you blended ratios the numbers always tell the truth. I can show you blended ratios that even when we do a cash out refinance, you will be paying less overall.
Yeah. You just, I've said this many times, those who understand interest earn it. And those who do not understand interest pay it. So you want to be somebody that makes the right decision with regard to your debt that you have. There's good debt and bad debt. I mean, good debt where you can use leverage in real estate to grow your net worth. And the bad debt is the recycling of, buying, goods and services with a credit card and not paying it off. And even if I'm going to pay everything but $300, well, that's fine. But if your average balance was $5,000, guess what? They're going to claw back into the prior month, and they're going to get you for 2 months worth of interest on that. So you have those are the rules that you were saying that we're changing. Right. You got to read the small print. The bottom line is you got to set up an auto pay and force it out to pay it all off 100% every month. And you just got to be prepared to live within your means. It's tough.
Yeah, I think the bottom line for Amy is being proactive. If you realize there's going to be a significant income change, and the debt's kind of overwhelming you, and you have equity in your house, you want to be proactive before you start missing payments or becoming late on payments.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then the other part of this whole equation, and I think, David, you'd agree on too, is that there probably has to be a lifestyle change too. There's a reason those credit card bills kind of start stacking up.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you just pull cash out to take care of that and blend it and don't change what caused the problem,
right,
the problem probably will resurface again.
Yeah, and if you have equity in your home, that's a really good option to consider. There's other ways, even a 401k loan, which I'm usually tell people don't do. But if you've got a credit card debt, better to pay your self-interest in a 401k loan than to pay someone else.
And a couple things here. I would like to interject that, I did more research, and the the two places in the United States that have the highest credit card debt are California and Texas. And, you're saying there needs to be a lifestyle change if you have a lot of credit card debt, and I agree with that. However, with inflation and how expensive life is over the last 3 years, there are a lot of people that are paying they're just living. They're just paying their grocery bills and their gas bills with their credit cards because they don't make enough money. But they're still sitting on $250,000 in equity in their house.
Yeah. So if you have equity in your home, you should reach out. And then we'll be able to, and Amy will be able to help you know.
And there's 4 different types, actually 5 different types of debt consolidation loans that we can do. And we, American Pacific Mortgage, we do offer equity lines. We do offer personal loans. If you're over 60 years old, there are reverse mortgages that we can do. There's the traditional cash out refinance, and then we have private money for those that need it as well.
So there are a lot of good options out there.
Yeah.
And the real key is before you get into trouble. If you sense this coming down the road, just be proactive about that and kind of, and just face it. Don't put your head in the sand on this type of an issue.
Yeah, if you've got any debt outside of your mortgage, you should call Amy.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Dave. Good idea.
If you have any debt outside your mortgage, you should talk to her. It's free. She'll
you
give
have
you
a mortgage,
she'll
yeah.
give you advice, and then she could tell you. Of course, if you're a homeowner, I guess I got to like the homeowner, and you have equity in the home. If you don't have equity, then it's a little bit more of a challenge. She may not be able to do much to help you. But if you have a home and you have equity in your home and you have debt that you're carrying outside that mortgage, you need to really have some help, and you should not be carrying a balance for sure.
And interest rates have come down, haven't they, Amy?
Yes, they have. So, we got some positive news in positive friendly bond news recently. So, the inflationary report that the feds look at has come down a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But for right now, interest rates are in the 6s for somebody that has really good credit. Real estate works in the 6s, I think.
Great.
When
It does.
I
It does.
penciled out, real estate works. And we always have the temporary buy downs that you can, get the seller to pay, where you can even get a lower interest rate for the first couple years on a purchase.
So if you have any questions about that, give us a call at 530-431-8586. You can go to our website, thegoldenstatereport.com, or you can text us at that same number, 530-431-8586. I'll put you in touch with Amy, and she'll be able to kind of help you through your options.
Me and you, and I think to myself.